Okay, this video is going to show you how to do a pivot table. So this was data that was provided to me from the homework site. So we have all this information. So we have employees, positions, companies, their salaries, their bonuses, their compensation of year one, I guess, total comp one, total comp two, the year, the gender, the exchange, the state, the industry, the ticker, the sector name, and the subsector. So then if we go up and we say we want to insert a pivot table, it's going to select the whole table. So it comes in and says, okay, you want to see everything. And we're going to say yes and put it into a new worksheet. So then here it allows you to set it up. So then when you're in the homework, it's going to tell you how to set it up. So the one that I was looking at wanted it by position and then by gender in our rows. So we've got CEOs and we got CFOs. It wanted us to do it by sector name, so not industry, because industry got super specific, but then the sector name was going to be in the columns. So then we've got all of the main different industries that are in there, and then it does a total. And then we wanted to look at their salary, but I mean, you could also do like their total compensation in year one or year two. So whichever one, because this, there's salary and there's bonus. So let's just say we pick total compensation for year one. Now then it creates it. So it's creating it based on females and males and the CFO. But if you look down here, it's summing it. Well, maybe we don't want it to sum. So if I go into my value field settings, I can say I want to take the average. So then I'm going to look at that. So then now here, if you don't like how it looks, you can still format it like we normally do to say, okay, I want to see like the commas and stuff in there because it looks kind of ugly. All right, so now I can see it a little bit better. So then we've got our average total compensation is these different numbers. Those seem kind of low though. Now, if I think, okay, well, maybe I don't want that total compensation, right? Let's go back and let's make that the salary. And then again, let me go here and put in my comments so I can see it better. But again, then click on it. That's giving me the sum. So say I don't want the sum, I want the average. So go back to those settings, change that to average and say, okay. Oh, darn it, took my format away. And then go back, I guess, every time you change it, you gotta go back to format it. All right. Just because it looks so ugly. Okay, so then here it gives us our average salaries. So these might be weekly salaries, and then it breaks it down by male versus female. So then it might ask some questions to say, okay, what's the average salary for a male in the energy industry? So then you'd come here and say, okay, this is going to say the CEO, the average CEO male makes $1,222.81. The average CFO makes $681.49. These seem like kind of low salaries in today's world, but that's what it is. Okay, then what if it said, well, what about let's count the number of employees. So then, or let's do it by gender. Let's say if we only want to see it by gender and not position. So then here we say, okay, male versus female, here's the average in each of these industries. Here's my grand total for all of the industries. What if we said, okay, we want to do it by position and then take the gender out? So then now here it is just based on CEO, CFO. What's my grand total there? What if I wanted to say, what if I wanted to count it? So let's go back and say gender. What if I don't want the average, but I want to say how many employees are in there? So then I can say count. And then it's going to tell me how many, like there's 4 females versus 122 males. So that's the neat thing with the pivot table is you can tweak it any way you want. Like once you build that pivot table, you can add or remove any of these different little things that you want it to do for you. So then just read the problem. So create that pivot table, read the problem, and then play around with it. And then worst case, you mess it all up. All you gotta do is go back in and say, hey, delete that. And then you're just right back at where you were. And then you can go back in and say, okay, I'm going to start that completely over. And then go in and say insert and then pivot table. And then, you know what I mean? And then you're going to be right back where you were. So say you want to say, okay, now I want to look at the bonuses. No, so say I want to look at my company name, maybe I want my years to be in the columns, and then I want it to give me bonus amounts. You know what I mean? So then there I've just created a whole different report. That's kind of big. Like I was going to say, what if I wanted to do a chart of it? Again, it's kind of that was kind of a big example of one. But so here it would create that chart right for me. What if I wanted it to be a bar chart? It could go that direction. A line chart. I guess that was the one we were already looking at. Pie charts, way too many. But so then you can play around with that too. Like how do you create a pivot chart? So really you just create that table and then click the pivot chart and see what the options are. Again, I did something that was way too many. So let's try to go back and maybe just do it by sector. The sector we wanted in the rows though. Oh, did I do sector number? Yeah, I didn't. I don't want to do sector number. Let's go back. Sector name. Okay. So then now this one might be an easier one to do like a pivot chart of. So then now we go in there. I guess it still gives us pretty many. But so that's how you would then create the pivot chart, play around with what you want, and kind of go from there. So hopefully that helps you. You'll have ones that ask you to do a variety of things, but this video hopefully just showed you the basics of how to create that pivot chart and play around with it. And really that's the goal. I want you to play around with it. So if you screw it up, delete the tab and just start over and just keep playing with it until you can kind of get what you want it to do. And to be honest, even if you miss the problem, maybe like just save the worksheet and send it to me so I can see that you played around with it and I can give you half the points.